It's a blessing to welcome on a top guy in 2021, one of the newest members now, the 2021 LSU recruiting class. How you, man?
How you doing, my man?
Not much. Let's just get into this. I mean, you are part of now the LSU 2021 class. Past few months has been really hectic and busy for you. Just take us through now, sitting down, realizing you've already got out to IMG. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I feel like my body is, it's like 100%, and I'm ready to just get there and, just get on the weight training and just get in the facilities and just keep working out every day.
I mean, let's go through these past few months. You're in quarantine. You did obviously the IG Live interview with me, and at that point, you still were part 2020. At what point did you really start thinking, considering going the 2021 route?
Probably like that college basketball won't be starting like as scheduled. Like in March, like it was canceled, but it wasn't really canceled. And like when April, May, when they started canceling college, like I was just like I didn't want to go to college and have games canceled or not be able to play a full season. So me and my family and LSU decided that'd be best if I reclassed back into 2021.
Would you say then that COVID was the primary reason you reclassed? It was not necessarily as much about development reasons?
I mean, COVID and development. I think I could play college basketball right now, but you don't want to force yourself in anything. I'm young, so I want to give myself time. I don't want to rush into anything when I don't have to.
Now let's talk about this because you're a guy that I believe is obviously locked in, should be top 200, whatever it is at least. I mean, I think you're a top 100 guy. You obviously don't have the rankings where they probably should be. How have you kind of dealt with putting that chip on your shoulder?
I really don't. I really don't even care about the rankings. I don't really trip. Like, if I feel like you still get recruited and you still have like a name, rankings really don't mean nothing. Like, you just gotta go get it by yourself. Rankings are just rankings leave in college anyway. So after college, nobody really even cares about your ranking no more. So I think they're overrated.
Couldn't agree more. And transition now. You have a year now to get to LSU. What are you looking to grow in? What's some of the biggest things you want to add to your game in the next year?
Probably just ball handling mostly. Getting my jumper off. Just getting a lot of reps of jumpers, getting a lot of ball handling, skill working. That's probably what I'm gonna just be doing. Keep working on my bounce and my agility, so I can play 3 through 5, 3 through 4, 3-4, all those positions.
You'll be playing the SEC. That's one of the most grinding kind of conferences you can go to. It's a big conference, a lot of big-time talent out there. How excited should you be a part of that conference?
It feels good, but it's a whole bunch of other players in that conference, so you just gotta make it to where you're one of the best players in the conference in the first 2 to 3 years. So, I feel like it's going to be a big challenge, but I'm ready for it, just to be one of the best players in that conference one day.
No doubt. Let's go a little bit more into this decision. IMG is where you're going to be playing post-grad year at. What was the decision? Why was IMG the school you chose?
They got great facilities. They have a good team coming in this year. Coach Chad has been super supportive. Coach Wade and Coach Armstrong. So it's just been a very tight knit from day one. From day one I heard about IMG, I wanted to go.
This is a campus you're going to be going to that is elite, worldwide known. I mean, it's better than a lot of colleges out there in terms of what they have on the campus. You'll be around the top guys still in high school. The post-grad team's elite, and as well as every other sport they have on campus is the best of the best. How excited to be in that environment and just be able to see some of the best athletes all across the world kind of in the same facility that you're at?
Yeah, it kind of gives you like a place to not rank yourself, but like check yourself. Like, so when you're playing against all them dudes in practice and you see them, you see the way they work out, you just want to get in the gym 2 times more than them, 3 times more than them. So I think it's gonna help me because when I'm like playing against better people or playing against good people, I rise to the occasion. So I take that how it is.
Were there any other post-grad schools you were considering or talking to?
Yeah, I was talking to a whole bunch of post grads, but it ultimately came to IMG. Like, that's the farthest school I got with.
Gotcha. and you know we're part of the 2020 class at LSU. And on that team, obviously Cam is going to be committed. He's going out to LSU this upcoming year. You're at Oak Hill with him. What was the past season like at Oak Hill?
Oh yeah, I mean it was a great experience. I loved Oak Hill. I loved the coaches, loved the fans, and it was a great family environment. Yeah, it was just a good stepping stone in this post grad year. It made me think about the game differently. It taught me how to play with multiple top 100 players, 5, 6 top 100 players, so that you don't have the ball all the time. You gotta play without the ball. So it just taught me how to be more independent instead of relying on other people to get the job done for you.
I want to break down this year a little bit more. I mean, we were also talking a little bit during the season, and it really didn't click for you until about right around Bass Pro Shop times. I mean, I know you're a little frustrated at points, not a lot of playing time. When you did break out, though, and you started getting out there and you started averaging close to a double-double the rest of the year, what led to that? What led to that shift for you and kind of change the season around?
It was a lot of bodies at Oak Hills. It kind of took a bit of time for me to get my spotlight, or for me to get my to show what I can do. So when I finally got to show what I could do, I kind of just took it and ran with it. Like I never wanted to look back after that.
And especially when you factor in, I mean, the first 3 games you're not playing a lot, you're averaging well over double-double on national stage against some of the best teams in the country. What was that like kind of proving to yourself, saying that you can compete against the best of the best and you can play at a high level with the best out there?
That kind of just told me that I could do it. Like it was just a lot of doubters and haters telling me I couldn't. So I just told myself every time I get out there, I'm gonna just grab every board and anything under the rim, I'm gonna finish because you don't know when you might get your next bucket. So just finish everything, rebound everything, and just take the game by every second and every minute.
You guys were going to go to Geico if COVID didn't come into effect. You guys were going to be the 6th seed. How excited were you to be able to possibly play in Geico if COVID didn't happen?
Oh yeah, it was gonna be fun. We was all real excited, but like they had canceled it right after our spring, or right in the middle of our spring break, so we was all sad. Like we couldn't get to see each other, or we couldn't get to play in that. But I felt like it would have been one of the most lit tournaments ever. It had a whole bunch of great high school teams in there. It would have been a show.
How do you personally think that
It would
tournament
have
would have
been
went? Like, who would have won it? How would the bracket kind of went out? How do you think that would happen?
I think Oak Hill, we would have won, honestly, because we were so good going into them last couple games. And that last week, KK was playing crazy. Cam was playing, at the top of his game. So I think we would have came in and won it, honestly. We was that type of team. We wasn't going to lose to nobody.
Take us through some of these guys. I mean, we just talked about Cam. He obviously is a highly ranked player, has a lot of followers, but he might just be the biggest McDonald's All-American snub ever. KK is another super underrated guy. I mean, you look down the whole roster, you guys are all underrated players. How excited are you to see everyone take the next steps now as they go to college and possibly in the pros in the future now?
Yeah, I've been seeing the way Cam and KK and Darius and all they've been working when they get to college, and honestly, it's just I'm happy for them. I seen KK finally getting, he's a starting SEC point guard. Cam's a starting SEC shooting guard. So I'm gonna watch all their games next year. I'm hope they kill them. Text them and call them after I see them hoop. So yeah, them my brothers for life. So it's nothing but love from me. On this side, it's all love.
LSU 2020 class, your class you were a part of, features guys like Cam, Mawani, Eric, Jalen, Josh, well, 3 other big-time transfers. That was going to be a big-time class. I mean, you were going to have about 9 guys in that class if you were still there. What was it like just having this kind of whole entire new roster shape and having this many new players go to a single school?
I felt like it would be fun if I would have played, or if I would have still came to campus this year. Um, I mean, I think most of those guys are still gonna be there next year. So, I should really only be one step behind them, 1 year behind them. So, I feel like it's still gonna be fun this year and next year, because next year we could still all turn up together. I mean, I don't know if Cam might go to the league, but if anybody else is still there, we still all gonna turn up.
If everyone stays for that class, and now you add in yourself, Jarrell, Brandon, which is also going to be your team out for the post-grad at IMG,
Yeah.
what's that team going to be like? I mean, that's going to be pretty much a really super young team competing in the SEC. How will that team be like, and how do you guys get accustomed to being such a young team?
I mean, I think we'll do good. Brandon, he's a tough kid from Maryland. I seen Paulie play, and he's tough. I seen Jarrell from when we was sophomores, and he was like I was like a junior. He was a sophomore. I seen him at a really young age, so I knew he was gonna be nice since then. So, I mean, I feel like we could dominate, as much as we want. Jarrell's 6'10", Brandon's a point guard. So if me and Brandon get off, and me and Jarrell can run high low, so I feel like we could do anything we put our minds to, especially since me and Brandon are playing with each other this year. So we'll get some chemistry, and everything will just be going smooth. In my opinion, I think it'll go smooth next year.
Have you and Brandon met each other before, or is this kind of going to be the first time playing with them at IMG?
I've talked to some of the guys on the phone, but I've never played with anybody. I think I played against Lynn a couple times during the sessions, but I really can't remember. We played so many games, but honestly, I don't know. I don't know much about those dudes. I'm gonna just find out when I get there.
No doubt. And, I mean, I think it's kind of obvious you've been talking a lot about LSU. But just for everyone out there that still is wondering, for 2021, I mean, are you still 100% in with LSU, or is there any chance of looking at any of the schools if other opportunities come up?
No, I'm still 100% committed to LSU. I signed my letter of intent last year, October 2019, and I just signed it again 2 weeks ago to have it pushed towards next year. So I'm still 100% committed to LSU.
That's awesome, man. To talk about some other places, I mean, as I said, you had a lot of big offers. ASU was in the mix, Tennessee, USC. Was there anyone else that you would say was number two or two or three other schools that were right there next to LSU?
USC was a big one for me. I like Tennessee too. USC because when I was at Oak Hill, I was really missing LA at home a lot. So I just wonder, if I left LA for my senior year, so I might as well come back for my freshman year of college. Like this won't be the last time I play in LA. So USC was kind of a big second for me. USC, Arkansas, they were all big schools that I wanted to go to, but LSU at the end of the day was just family. It was just family from the jump, from day one. So couldn't turn my back on them.
Coach Will Wade's a great coach. We've seen what he's done already as a coach at LSU. He has some stuff off the court. Has that ever concerned you? Is that anything that kind of goes through your mind looking at the legal aspects of what could possibly come in sanction-wise for LSU in the future?
Nah, I don't really worry about that stuff. I kind of let Coach handle that. I mean, he knows what he's doing. He's been doing this for many years, even before LSU at VCU. So I feel like I'm just coming in to play basketball. I'm not really coming in to feed into all the allegations and all the stories that the media tells, because I know how they can flip somebody into being the bad guy. So I just take it as if Coach Wade is good to me and cool to me. I play my heart out for him every night. So it's no love lost to what I hear on the internet, because people say stuff all the time. So I don't believe none of that.
I was like asking this question. I mean, we see coaches as fans, as media people, what they do on the court when they step off a little bit in the locker rooms, but off the court, just talking about life with Coach Will Wade. What's he like as a person? What's his character like?
Oh yeah, he's a super cool guy, super talkative. He'll always, ask you how you are. He's always super polite. Good morning, have a good night. He's been always super nice to me and my dad. So I haven't been coached by him yet, but like off the court, he's just been really, a good guy, and I want to play for him.
And I also never like asking this until you guys do commit, but growing up, what was your favorite school? Was there like a dream school that you really loved watching growing up?
Either UCLA or USC. I didn't really watch them growing up, but I'm from LA, so every time kids would talk about college and elementary school, they'll be like, "What school do you want to go to, UCLA or USC?" So ever since I was a kid, I wanted to go to one of them schools, but that was before I knew about, every other school in every other state. I was just a LA kid, and all I knew was those two schools. So that was probably my two favorite schools growing up.
Gotcha. I also believe your cousin is Terry Taylor, a former Division I player, Virginia Tech. What's it like just having basketball kind of run in the family?
It's good. Back probably my sophomore and freshman year, I was working out with him a lot, and I was like staying in Virginia for basically the whole summer. Yeah, I mean, I like it. I love Virginia. Virginia will always have a place in my heart. It's where part of my family is. So yeah, I mean, basketball running in my family. My mom played it. My little brothers play it. So we kind of all just take it as like, we don't want it to be our last game ever. So we just keep hooping every day, even if we don't have a basket. We just run, do push-ups, sit-ups. So it's just love for the game, basically.
Talk a little about your little siblings. They're up and coming guys. What's some advice you've given them now? What do you expect for them now in the future as they turn into their basketball careers?
Advice I give them is to just try to be everywhere. Honestly, just try to get in the gym as much as you can. Try to get in as many not really get on as many teams as you can, but you set yourself up for that. Try to get as many Division I offers. Put yourself in front of Division I coaches. Become a Division I player. Honestly, that's what I tell them every day. Because the goal is really not to get to the NBA, but it's to get a college education for free, and that's what I tell them all the time. Because you can do a lot more.
Playing in different camps, playing different teams. What's it just been like getting back on the court and playing again?
It's been good. I've just been getting a lot of running. I kind of really focus on, getting myself better and building confidence in the way I play. I kind of just not really do my own thing, but I kind of just do what I think that I do in college. I try to play like a Division I player. I try to play like I'm already in the SEC, so when I get there, it's no different.
And you aren't like necessarily the tallest forward out there, but you are one of the most athletic guys every time you step foot on the court. How have you learned to use your athleticism in games to kind of make up for not having the height that other forwards have?
I kind of just I've been really spacing out a lot. I've been really trying to get to my 3-point shot off. So I think what I got that taller guys don't have, I got a really quick bounce. I'm kind of like a pogo stick, if you'll say, like just a big pogo stick that I'll jump to go get anything and I'll go rebound. So I feel like I'm more grittier than most forwards. Like most forwards want to, shoot mid ranges and maybe like lay the ball up post hook, but I'm more of a get straight to the rim type of guy. I want my twos as close as possible. And then I want my threes, as open as possible. So, and then I can hit free throws. Most forwards can't really hit free throws like that. So I just been working on just trying to shoot 80% from the line at all times.
Absolutely. And both your bios on Instagram and Twitter, blame the committee. What is that about? Take us through why you put that in your bio.
So it originally started last year when I didn't get invited to Top 100 camp. They had this thing called the MPBA committee, and it was just like, the reason I'm gonna turn up now is just blame the committee, like blame them. Like it's the reason I'm gonna turn up, and the reason I'm gonna start going crazy. It's not really just them, but just any committee, the ranking committee, any committee that doesn't choose me, it's just blame them. That's the reason why I'm gonna go harder every day.
That's big time, man. As I wrap it up talking about building a legacy for yourself, by the time you are done stepping away from this basketball game, what do you want to remember for what you achieved both on and off the court?
I just remembered as a team guy. Like I'm always gonna fight for my teammates. I'm always gonna make sure my teammates get the right calls and they're treated fairly. Just as like a loyal guy, and as a guy who just doesn't take no for an answer. I'm always gonna be on that court. I'm always gonna be on the court with the best players, and I just want to be known as a great glue guy. I've never been a guy who scores 40 points and hits 15 for 20 from the 3-point line, but I've always been a guy that's always there, rebounding, telling my teammates, let's go get this dub, or let's go win this game, or we got it right here, like we got him right here. I've always been the guy that is just more of the glue guy on every team I've been on.
Absolutely. And my final thing is give LSU fans the 3 biggest goals you have set for your LSU career.
Probably just win an SEC championship. Just put on every night. I'm gonna work hard for them every night. I want them to know that another goal is just to win as many games as possible. I want to make March Madness for sure. I want to just win another SEC championship. Just keep winning those, win all our home games. Those are only goals that we had, just to win games and make the fans happy.
Bow down, man. Well, as you know, you're always welcome on, man. I appreciate you taking time to come on today, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you too, bro.
Of course, you're always welcome on, man. God bless.
Yeah, it's all you. It's all good, bro. Love.